deal with people in jail, and stuff like that. But, yeah. But, here's what I would do. If you really want to do it right, look, I suggest that as a policy, okay, just as a general way to do things, I don't think you should fight a traffic ticket. I think what you should do, if you get a traffic ticket, go down and pay it, their bail, but pay it and be sure to sign it without prejudice. Now that gets them off your back. Now if this really is an issue with you, then sue them, but now you're the attacker. Okay? You signed without prejudice, you gave up nothing, you have all rights to sue them, and they have no justification to go after you because they got the money, the thing that they were after. So now you sue them. But what you could do before you even get a traffic ticket, you could get a driver's license so that you avoid the hassle on the street. But then, let's say that is important to you and you want to follow through. What I would do is I would shoot for a declaratory judgment. But I would do it on my terms. In other words, I'd create a lawsuit. This lawsuit, in my sovereign capacity, I'm suing the state. Well, background first. I'd write the state and say to the state, what would you do to me if I didn't get a driver's license and you caught me on the street traveling? Okay? They will write back and say, we're going to do you some harm. We'll put you in jail or whatever. Now you have a justiciable issue. Now you go to court. There's a disagreement. You haven't done it yet, but there's a disagreement. You say, what would happen? They say they do this. Well, you object to that. So now you go to court and you get a declaratory judgment, and it's your court because you're the plaintiff, and you're the one who's sitting there. And then once you make that judgment, you now order the state of California to update their records, which say that you are not subject to their jurisdiction. And then when the cop stops you, looks up that driver's license number, and it says, and they tell him to leave you alone, he will. He'll respect their word. So that's the technique I suggest. It's much better to be the attacker than the defender.
Great, thank you.
And you don't give up that right. Yes, ma'am.
What do you mean by the state?
California.
The DMV or the Secretary of State? Or
No, California. The DMV, whoever you're dealing with. The cop, if you want.
No, well, if you're asking for
Come on over to the mic. You want to know, who do I mean by the states, right?
Who do you mean by the state that
Well,
he writes to ask if he's required to have a driver's license?
Well, I'd write Department of Motor Vehicles on that one then. Sure.
Because that's the one who prosecutes.